Listen, we're here with Brother Lorin Buckner. He's a CEO of WeDestroyDebt.com. Debt is one of the things that's been really strangling some of us. And his company, I'm so glad that he started this company because there are a lot of things that we don't know about banks and we don't know about loans. We get into bad loans and debt stops us from moving forward. Now, if you're listening, call this number right now. If you're behind on your mortgage, if your house is, somebody listening right now, your house might be in foreclosure and you might have 3 days or 2 days, you need to call this number right now, or you can call me at 708-677-5553, or the number right here down at your screen, and we can get you in touch with Mr. Buckner. He saves houses right at the sheriff's sale. And what we're going to be talking about today is debt, how to destroy your debt. And how we're going to destroy it is by doing intelligent things like some of the things you shared with us. The credit card debt. If people are calling you about credit cards, that's not the right thing for them to do.
No.
They can't call you, right?
But you've got to give them permission to call you on your cell phone. Most of these people, these collection agencies, they want to call you on your cell phone, but you never gave them the authority to call you on your cell phone. That's a violation of the Fair Debt Collection Practice Act. There are attorneys and law firms out there that will take that on all day long. They will actually sue them for that. They'll get their fees, and you'll get whatever $1,000 per incident. Those are some of the things that you can do. But if you get enough of those incidents, you may have a way to offset the entire amount that you owe.
Listen, if you're watching us and you might be thinking about selling your house, or you might want to give it back to the bank, we buy homes. We have investors that are looking to buy homes. You need to call us right now. We might help you save your home, or we might find a buyer for your home, and keep you in the right situation where you don't have to get into a bad situation. Listen, one of the things I didn't know about mortgages is that they make $1 million off a mortgage. I didn't have no idea that they make that kind of money.
If it's it's 10%. It goes by, if it's a $100,000 mortgage, the bank gets a EFT from the Federal Reserve for 10 times the value of the mortgage. So if it's $300,000, they just got $3 million. If it's $100,000,
if it's $300,000, he made $3 million off the loan?
Yes. See, banks only advertise for things that generate revenue that like paper. I mean, and when I say paper, mortgages, car loans, student loans, credit cards, all things that the banks advertise for.
Any debt you can eliminate.
They're all paper debt. They're all paper. They've been sold. They've been securitized. They've been what they call cut up in tranches, which is the French word for slices. They've cut them up in smaller pieces and they sold them all over the world. China owns a lot of it. Some of these other foreign countries own a lot of it. Some pension funds own a lot of it. They do all kinds of things with mortgages, with paper debt. And that's all we're talking about is paper debt. I mean, most people don't know that the IRS is the collection agency for the Treasury Department. If you go to the office and you get called in for an audit and you start asking questions.
They've called you in a couple times.
They escort me to the front door after you ask about 4 questions. They're like, "Oh, get him out of here." Goes, you ask questions like, "Are you a government agency?" The woman says, "Quasi." Well, thank goodness I had my Black's Law Dictionary, and I flip through the pages. I get to quasi, and it says, "A contractor." So you're a contractor to the federal government? I don't quite understand why am I here now. Are you bound by the Fair Debt Collection Practice Act? I mean, does that apply to you as well? When you start asking those kinds of questions,
they run you out of there. Huh?
They don't like that. They are like, we might want to escort him to the door. You ask people's oath of office and bonds and that kind of things. They really don't like to answer those questions because now you're making that individual become liable for whatever they're coming at you for.
How long have you been negotiating for our people?
Oh my God! I've been at this since '04 and went in business in '07.
Okay. Yeah. Listen, if you want to eliminate debt, we're talking to the CEO of WeEliminateDebt.com. This gentleman does it, and he does a great job for it. If you're sitting in your house and you'd like to get a lower payment, or if you want to just have your paperwork reviewed, you need to call this number at the screen right now. You can get some help. Or you might want to sell your home, okay? Or you just might have some IRS or tax liens. This gentleman been dealing with the bankers. He's been dealing with debt. He can show you how to eliminate it. Now, listen, the foreclosure rate is higher than it's ever been. You don't have to lose your home. Everybody that calls, we're going to give you a free, after you do the survey, a free $100 gift card just for participating in the survey so that we can see if we can help you. If we can't help you, we won't refer you to Mr. Buckner. If we can, we'll do it. But you need to call right now because nobody can leave their home. One of the things you shared with me, I'll never forget, you said that really a foreclosure is unconstitutional.
Yes, I mean there's no injury.
Well, how are they foreclosing on people every day? They foreclose
Yeah,
on people.
the system is designed to do that. There's no, in any case, in any criminal activity, criminal or civil, there has to be an injured party. When you start asking the hard questions of everybody, who is the injured party? Which individual have I harmed by allegedly not making these alleged payments? They can't produce one. The attorneys don't like that question. The judges don't like that question. The banks definitively don't like that question because you're holding their feet to the fire and they don't want to be held there.
Tax liens, your mortgages. We got people that have been in the houses 12 years and have not paid the mortgage payment. They pay you a fee and you work with them and you're still working with them. Tax liens, credit card debt. You don't have to pay that credit card debt back. When they sell it to another company, what did you say that you can eliminate?
It becomes uncollectible.
All credit card debt is uncollectible.
Most people don't read their credit card because if you notice on the back,
what does it say on the back?
it says non-transferable, which means you can't transfer it to me, your credit card. Then how do they transfer it to someone else? Because on the credit card it says non-transferable. It doesn't say to the bank or to you. It just says flat out non-transferable.
Wow.
But
they call us every day from another person's office, right?
Right.
Listen, I want you to call right now and get this information. We're going to give you, Mr. Lorin has about 7 key things that we're going to share, and we're going to write it up and make sure we can send you that information. It's all free. We're going to give you 7 steps that the mortgage company don't want you to know about. You need to call right now just to get these 7 steps. We're going to give you the 7 keys about mortgages that they don't want you to know about. But you need to call right now. Call this number. This is if you're Facebook Live. I'm at 708-677-5553. If you're looking at us on our radio show or TV show, you'll be able to get this information from this number. But you need to call. It's free. We're going to give you the 7 keys that the mortgage people don't want you to know about. So please call so you can get this information. One other thing I want to ask you something about. You're able to even buy people's homes, right? Or say like somebody listens and say, look, man, I want to walk away. I don't want a mortgage. I just want to get out of this situation. How can you help somebody like that?
Well, yeah, it depends on the situation. We get more women with kids who many times get divorced, unfortunately, and they end up with the house and they can't afford the house without the husband income. Most of those women just want out of those situations. They just want to get an apartment someplace they can lay their head at peace at night. And sometimes we're able to find investors to pick up the slack and buy the house and probably give them some moving money or something to get them on down the road. That's something that's on the table all the time.
And you also share that I know I've had some and I've helped them clear it up. What happens if somebody listening right now and they say, well, you know what, I want to save my house and all that, but my credit is jacked up? What if you got a low credit score and you've been turned down for every loan? Can you help somebody with their credit?
Yeah, well, we can. We got ways to help you with your credit. We got to solve the other problems, getting the negative stuff off of your credit. So they're going to have to clean up your credit.
Your company can eliminate and
we work
raise
with
the scores
people.
up. How do you do that?
Well, there's the same way everything else is. See, there's a Fair Debt Collections Act, there's a Fair Debt Reporting Act, and there's a Fair Debt Billing Act. And those other 2 acts are the ones that are reported, and we need to clean those negative things off your credit report, and that will raise your credit score.
Listen, if you want your credit to be raised up, if you want your tax liens to be eliminated, if you're in foreclosure but you want to keep your home, call me right now. We're going to give you a $100 gift card just for completing the survey, and we're going to send you 7 keys to mortgages that the people don't want you to know about. They don't want you to get this information. We're going to send you the information about the credit card. Some of the stuff he said, I'm going to have to watch the tape myself, but we're going to write it down and tell you your rights and what you do, what you can do, and what you can't do with credit card. If somebody's calling you that you borrowed some money from a credit card, another person's calling you, that's illegal. So you're not obligated to pay that person. So this is the information that we're going to be sending you out, but you need to call this number right now. Now let me ask you this. IRS, what if you have tax liens, like you got liens on your home or you got a tax lien, or can you help
Yeah,
get that off?
We can help that. I mean, that's
How do you do that?
well, here again, you got to ask the right questions, send the IRS the correct forms. What you really want to do is make whoever sent you that letter saying that you owe, if you really look at it, you'll find that it's been stamped. They won't sign their name in ink, because the minute they sign their name in hard ink, whoever that individual is liable for that debt. So you can go back at them and say, okay, I want you to verify and validate that this is the amount that I owe. And then if they can't produce it, then they got to come up with a different plan.
Listen, this gentleman is here for such a time as this. We need people, because I definitely need my debt eliminated. Debt stops you from buying a house, stops you from buying stuff for your kids that you want. So if you need for a small fee, if you need your debt eliminated, it's going to save you. I know you told me this one guy, he was paying $2,000 a month on his house. He had put 10 grand down, but he paid you like $450 a month or something, and a small fee, and he's been in his house for 12 years.
Yeah.
And he still has a case for his house. Now, what are some of those banks that have done some bad things, or they messed up and did some irregularities?
You've got Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo's one. A lot in the lower end communities. I won't say lower economic communities. They kind of thrive in there because the level of financial intelligence is limited, and they prey on that. Countrywide is another one.
I had a loan with him. Yeah.
Countrywide was never any good because they never kept any of the paperwork. There's what they call these people that call foreclosure servicers. Like Aquin and some of the other ones, to name a few of them. All they do is when something.
Now, what's the difference of using them than using you?
Oh, well, yeah, there's a lot of difference. I mean, most of these people will give you a loan mod, and the problem with the loan modification is they're going to give you another 30 years. So you've been in your house 15 years, and they're going to give you a loan mod for another 30 years. So now you're going to pay on your house for 45 years. They do what's called a forbearance. Everything that you've not paid, they take it and put it on the back of the mortgage, which is called a forbearance. And then they give you a 40-year mortgage, a new 40-year mortgage. So now, who wants to pay for a house for 55 years? And that's just interest on interest. It's the same thing with a car loan. I mean, you have the same situation. In a car loan, they call it churning.
You restructure them too, right?
Yeah, they call it churning, where they put you in another car loan when you can't afford one. They say, well, let's just put you in another one, and then let's put you in another one. And then before it all said and done with, they repossess your car, or they repossess the car, and then they come at you for a deficiency judgment for what's owed on the car. And if you don't answer it, then they will start garnishing your wages for a car that you only have.
You can fight that if somebody brought their car, and so they can be off their credit?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Listen, if you're having some credit problems, I know y'all should be blowing the phones up. If you're having tax liens, if you have student loans, we can negotiate to get your student loan eliminated.
Yeah, we get it reduced or eliminated.
The whole student loan. Mm-hmm. I got to get with you after the show. Listen, you need to call right now. You're sitting at home. You want to get your mortgage lower. You have credit card debt. We're going to give you a $100 free gift card for just calling for completing the survey. We're going to get you the 7 keys to mortgages that they don't want you to know about. We're going to get you the 5 keys to credit card debt. Mr. Lorin's going to write it up himself. We're going to send this information out to you, and it's all free. We just want you to get your information. There's no reason why Lorin's mission is not to have nobody foreclose on their home. Right. And that's why we're here to help you. So please share this if you're listening on Facebook. My number right now, if you need to get a hold of me, if it's important, 708-677-5553. If you need your credit restructured. I know you helped me with my credit. My credit went up. You took some things off. Boom, boom, boom. I got a credit card. Hello, got me something. But listen, this is important. We want to get you the information about the mortgages. It's very important. And some people can get a free house if there's been some problems on your mortgage. So we want you to get back with us. Call us as soon as you can. Remember, you heard it right here on Unlimited Access with I call him the Eliminator of Debt, Mr. Lorin Buckner. Call me right now. See you there.